Here we go.
The United States is running concentration camps on our southern border. And that is exactly what they are. They are concentration camps. I want to talk to the people that are concerned enough with humanity to say that we should not, that never again means something.
A concentration camp is a place where civilians are detained without the intention of trial. Otherwise, just the detention without trial would apply to every single jail in the world. Every jail. But it doesn't apply to every jail because jails are not a place where you are detained without trial. They are a place where you are detained with the intention of a trial. That's why they're not concentration camps. They're not even internment camps, because an internment camp also no intention of trial. And that's the difference between concentration camps and internment camps, being that in concentration camps, people are killed en masse, just murdered en masse. Like, show me a concentration camp in history that was cited in any of these articles about, oh, the Soviet Union had concentration camps. People were murdered en masse. You're talking about the gulags, right? You're talking about the gulags, right? Those were death camps. Gulags were death camps. You're talking about the camps that are in North Korea, right? People get murdered en masse at the camps in North Korea. Those are concentration camps. They are death camps. But no, the border detention facilities are not actually concentration camps. They aren't even internment camps, because every person who is detained in those buildings is intended for trial. Every last one of them. And that's why it blew my mind a couple of years ago, or last year, might have been last year, when Ted Cruz put up a bill to expedite the process, to send extra money to the border to make sure that they could finish off the processing and the hearings for all these people faster. Democrats refused to pass that bill. Refused to pass that bill, to send not even sending money for beds or soap or toothpaste or frivolous things like that in their minds. No, this was just to send money, to send lawyers to the detention centers so they could process the claims faster and get people out of the situation faster. So not only is this airhead calling these detention centers concentration camps, she is part of the party that is actively turning them into concentration camps. Democrats are actively turning these into concentration camps. They are intentionally underfunding food, medicine, supplies, basic medical needs, basic hygienic needs. These kids are going to start dying from cholera soon because of the conditions that they're in. And that has nothing to do with the Trump administration. Trump administration is enforcing laws. Also things that Democrats in Congress refuse to do anything about. They hold the House, yet they have not put up a single piece of legitimate immigration policy change. Not one. Not one piece. All they have done is like, oh, open borders or bust. Well, screw you. The vast majority of Americans don't believe in open borders. The vast majority of Americans believe that if you come into the United States, you have to follow a process. The vast majority of immigrants in the United States believe that if you come into the United States, you have to follow a process. But they don't care at all what the majority of Americans want. They only want to pander to that little 7% of the population which is on the far fringe left. That's all they're trying to do right now because they think that that's going to win them an election. But come next year, when their refusal to fund beds, their refusal to fund basic hygienic needs like soap and toothpaste, their refusal to change the laws, their refusal to expedite the process and send lawyers down there to get these people out, within a year, when these kids are dying from easily preventable diseases, oh my God, Republicans, if you mess up this opportunity, you do not deserve to hold an office. Go out there and scream from the rooftops all throughout 2020 about how the Democrats took these jails. They were jails when they were open. They have turned them into internment camps. And it is only a small stretch of the imagination to believe that a couple of years in these conditions are going to turn these internment camps into concentration and death camps. Not where people are murdered en masse by the state. No. Where people are starved to death. Where people are killed through easily preventable diseases by a lack of resources. And it's going to happen. As I almost think that that's the end goal. Is that Democrats think that they're going to get this to the point that these people are going to start dying off and they're still not going to get blamed for it. And that is up to y'all, the voters, to actually see what that party is doing and do something about it. Because I know so many people who consider themselves liberals and they're pro-immigrant who are not saying one thing about what's going on down there right now. They don't want to talk about how Nancy Pelosi is refusing to fund these places, refusing to give food and blankets and beds and stuff to children, kids living in their feces because of your party leadership, and y'all ain't going to do anything about it. Nope, you're going to keep exploiting those kids for your political brownie points. And I hope to God that conservatives will wake up and finally do something about this. We cannot let them take the Senate. We cannot do it. Because if they have the House and the Senate, they're going to stonewall this until they get a president. And then, when they have the House, the Senate, and the presidency, they still ain't going to do anything about it because they didn't last time. Y'all got to wake up on this stuff, man. Oh my God. I can't believe I used to be a Democrat. I can't believe I used to even align myself with this group of people. They are so obviously politically motivated in every single thing that they do. And they're the only people who it isn't obvious to.